Wangithembisa izulu nomhlaba, wangithembisa izulu nomhlaba, wangithembisa izulu nomhlaba, wangithembisa izulu nomhlaba. Why
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
You're listening to Share Radio. Yazin.
But ziyawa kayiwe uSlomakoya usho kanjalo mfana kithi sanibonani dume la igama lami ndingu Endima ngihamba noMoeketsi Maimane
yeah. Uqalile we. Maimane. Yes man, my surname is a currency.
My
surname is a currency. Your money, our money and my money. Uyangithola. Otherwise njami Endi.
Angifuni ukuthi my money.
Of course my brother. Of course my brother.
Are you good in Pichaka?
I am good Ntwana, I'm good. Mina ngezwe ngawo ukuthi wena, how have you been this week man? You know, we missed you last week. Tell us ukuthi bokuphi.
Yeah man, uyazi nika la me amagigi yabona. So khrereza mfethu side hustle nyana Pichaka yabona.
Yeah, the side hustle so obviously uyazi kumele ube nemali usave ube mnandi, in which it's something that we're going to be speaking about here with our guest. Angithola from today guys, we are joined by Noosi Morai, who is a motivational speaker and a financial advisor from Morai Capital Solutions. Angithola, Mr. Morai, please give us a short intro about yourself. And like, firstly, my morals, guys. The guy, the morals. How are you doing, my cousin? How are you doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Max. I'm well in 2024. Let's hope for the best in the year 2024. Empower each other and stuff. And then I like what you said. Your surname is currency.
Indeed. That's why it's in my mind.
I think otherwise, in a nutshell, this is the reason why I'm here. How to make money as black people, whites, including all the races in South Africa at large. So we to empowerment everything. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Basically, yes, I'm Noosi Morai. I am the co-founder and the director of Morai Capital Solutions. Okay. So, which is an authorized financial services provider. So basically, I'm a broker or a financial advisor, just to make it easy for people to understand. So we do a lot. We do investment platforms, we do trusts, we do estate planning, we do life covers, funeral covers. You know that it's already the full stuff. So we are the people behind all the financial planning. When we talk about long-term investments, lump sum, but they talk to us, If you want Powerball, Lotto, you talk to us, and then we can do financial planning for you with the right companies as financial advisors. So basically, that's who I am. And then I was born and bred in Soweto, Piri, Garcia, Street,
Sotra.
Yeah, I'm Sotra. That's why I regularly left sister Harry invitation, Mr. Noosi,
Of course.
Sure.
All right, ngiyabonga ke siyabelcome ku the Broskies of Sotra uyabona. Ngiyabonga ukuthi enhleke yabona ukuthi this year sizokhuluma about investor yabo. Guys, please join us ku ma social media platforms wethu, share online ku YouTube, share online ku Facebook, and more about the issue radio, please go to www.shareonline.co.za. Sizosave this year of 2024. Sizosave as you see, guys. You could say kuzoyenzakalani on our show. If you have something to say or call, ufuna ukukhuluma ungasifona lapha yana ku WhatsApp call yethu at 061 524 7758 061 524 7758. Usichange voice call nakho lapha yana. Moeketsi Maimane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
When
King.
Anzo, speaking of saving, guys, do not forget that we have, sorry about that,
Yeah.
we have our platform that is open to the advertisers out there. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur, if you want to advertiser on our show, you just only pay a fee of 100 rand. So we are just going to share a screen with you right now with all of the details. But to fill you in, guys, if you want us to send an email, it's at shareonline.co.za, at shareonline.co.za, and the number to call it 078-281-0681. Ma-anzo kusazoba mnandi njaya.
Kusazoba late, and also before sikhohlwa before sizo investa kakhulu ne asinvest nangapha ku music yabo si invest nangayini yabo cause ikhona iplatform ama musician. If you are an artist out there, you feel like ufuna ukusenda ingoma zakho, please go to www.shareradio.co.za or visit nolo@shareonline.co.za for more information about how you submit your music khona la ku Share Radio atsiyeka da.
Sure.
So wena Moeketsi azingifuna ukuthi senzeni before ne ufuna ukuthi siye ku ad break ne before sikhuluma
Singenelela no Mr.
Singenelela no Mr. Noosi ngiyabona ukuthi uready yasho ukuthi hayi man uyasho ukuthi hayi man uendi kanti wenzani mina sengifuna ukukhuluma man. Yeah. Alright, sizodlala ugazi soul music athi inumber featuring Still I Real athi yekada.
Masalpala, elili number when abova. Masalpaga, species number leli mangama, elili hamba nam, elili manga, leli lamba nam. When abova, masalpala, elili number when abova. Masalpaga, species number leli mangama. masalpala eleli number wena bova masalpaga sifiso sin number leli mangama eleli lihamba nam eleli manga leli lamba nam wena bova masalpala eleli number wena bova masalpaga sifiso sin number leli mangama wena bova wena bova wena bova wena bova Ebogupi, bova, mina shoot back bang lang kuzi plek no scam. Chura no me, I stand next to get my beat like sabe sa se kule la machita menyaga kule le mapiga isa. Khotla ga lisika ke sa ndege phiru mariga ya fa. Feretsa mabana di sala reva, feretsa mabana di sala reva. Ndala ngombuzo, ndala ngombuzo, malanga wakala maputso, ngabisa kala ngombuzo. Masalpana, eleli number, wena bova. Masalpaga, sifiso sin number, leli mangama. Masalpaga.
This is Share Radio. You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Broskies of Sotra. Lapo Kona says we are fixing the country. And today, when I'm Moeketsi Maimane, my money, we are talking about investment today.
The couples are communicating.
About my money, it's about my money.
Yeah, for today, my man, you know, my surname is currency. It's all about my money. My money is the word for today. Word of the day, my money. That's all.
Nami ngathi ngaba nayo nje leyo sendimbe ethi my money investment kusazoba mnandi kusazoshiba, but don't forget to share our live guys ku Facebook, ku YouTube is Share Online. For more information is www.shareonline.co.za. for ukusifonela ke la ekhaya sinzwele sizobe ngihleli no Mr. My Money Noosi
Mr. Noosi
0615247758 0615247758 Musi my
yes man asingene phezukwayo, you know, for to our listeners at home, you know, we are joined by Noosi Morai. I hope you heard, you know, our introduction. We are going to be speaking all about investment. If you have any questions, guys, Facebook, comment down below there on the comment box, and go YouTube also Andy shared the details. So right now singene ndabeni Mr. Noosi from Kanakenge. Where you from?
From Morai Capital Solutions.
Morai Capital Solutions. Yeah, man. Can you just please take us through, you know, who you are and how this come about?
Okay.
Yeah, please speak on the mic for us.
All right. Morai Capital Solutions, as I said earlier, it's an authorized financial services provider, you know, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
regulated, you know, it's licensed, you know. So it's FSP 51587 for the clients to search the FSP for the owners of their best interest, yabo. So this came around, I think I started to work in 2015 in the financial industry
Right.
as a financial advisor, whereby I started at Old Mutual. I was selling policies, you know.
Okay.
And then once you grow in the industry, you accumulate qualifications like your REs, your fees and stuff. And then that's when I moved to Liberty Life, where I was still working as a financial advisor. And then I got promoted to wealth higher advice. When you talk about offshore investments and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from Liberty, I moved to Discovery, where I was still a financial advisor. And then I was selling all from medical aid, car insurance, investments, lump sum, endowment investments, retirement annuities, and all, you know. And then in 2020, during the toughest year of COVID, when the COVID hit,
Of course.
that's when I filed for the FSP license. And then fortunately enough, luckily enough, it was out, you know. Then we started operating our own practice, our own brokerage in the year 2021, and then up to date today. But then the company is growing as we speak. I think it's the biggest brokerage in thus far. according to me.
Yeah,
Not
that's
that
very
I'm
good.
talking because I'm the company owner.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big up to that. Big up to that.
So that's how it came about. And then basically we teach people about financial planning. We teach people how to invest. We teach people what are the right vehicles of investments, when is the right time to invest, when is the right time to save money. And then we also teach people about the risk products. You know, risk products these days, they are like investments vehicles. For example, if maybe you cover Moeketsi on a life insurance as a business assurance business partner, if Moeketsi dies, he leaves 10 millions with you, you know. So that is part of a risk as a form of investment, you know. So there are a lot of investment platforms, but then just to make it easier for people to understand, our investment are cheap, and then they are not that expensive as written are expensive but that didn't say for to the cheap, they are doable. And then it's just that having information but then someone can invest from as little as 200 rand per month.
Because I was about to ask that, Jorge, when you talk about that the investment are cheap, you know, if I have a small amount of money, like is it worth it?
Correct. That is a good question. It's worth it. Any amount, it's worth it. You know, for example, with a progressive, with a calibre progressive bonus, it's a portfolio within the space of Liberty Life. And then what happens? The portfolio is it's managed by 91 SA. It's a fund manager. You know.
Yes.
So meaning the 200 rand that you are investing, maybe let's say Tutli Kenya as a group. You know, because I was doing stats. In Soweto, we have about plus minus 2 million plus people living in Soweto, you know, both working class or middle class or maybe high portfolio. But generally about 2 million plus. So now, in a nutshell, to give a 2-cent advice, as you ask, can I invest 200 rand? Yes. How do we make money as financial advisors? We put this fund together. Maybe they say, but to buy 2 million more, so we took off contributed 200 each person. In a period of 2 years or 3 years or 5 year maximum. Charity money market unit trust, the trust fund, and then 200 times 2 million, you do the math. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Now in that year, including the interest internal rate of return, after maybe 3 years, after maybe 4 years, rent the billion. Understand? If ever we collaborate together to say we are forming a fund, you know, yes. So this money is gonna build. Maybe let's say okay, right? As Soweto people, let's collaborate like Indians. Let's collaborate like Chinese. Let's collaborate like whites. Afrikaner, that's how they win, you know. So really I know each and every person, whether you call a sasa, whether maybe it's just 350, but I'm with you, I can say 2 clip of like once. After 5 years, maybe it's a build a plant. Can I plant a motor engineering mokasi, can I plant maybe a kepe, can I plant a maybe plant a cement. So again to the to lower the unemployment rate in our country. We need to collaborate a fund together. So this is a 2-cent advice from the financial perspective, you know. So let us empower each other as batho ba mokasi. Re tsebe gore ka se rone ba krend re theose unemployment want to re empower re nka nyugo nyugo etswa sona nyugo ya kopanelwa and then re lahlela tšhelete go di offshore investments offshore phela ke international investments wa bona then ha e hola iswetla back. After 5 years, we know khola sasa, we told maybe sasa, or maybe we khola 350 aramaposa, one told. After 5 years, so limnato, so the stakeholder.
Of course, you can afford a lot of things.
So that then you better collaboration. Collaborating, but if you're sponsoring kaufela, otherwise you will win a system. If ever one person goes to answer 2 clipper, once off. Really 2 million re jump into that thing. Trust me, ha re tlo ba le transit tsa rona tse manufacturing ko Soweto. Because Soweto is big.
Of course, man. It's a hub.
It's a hub on its own. It's a powerhouse, you know. So we've got engineers, mokasi, whereby if ever this fund grows, we start with engineers. Guys, let us come. What can we do? When I fell on city guy to trat. One told, we holla sasa, hawa minya, we make a sasa ka khwedi pa. After 5 years,
so
So whether what house pani, it's about us as financial advisors. Let us put your money into the right performing fund, you know. So it's not about the type of company investor but the type of fund that we purchase as a financial advisors. You know, can I lead the stable fund, can I lead the equity fund, can I lead the balanced fund plus P, can I lead the class A funds? There are a lot of funds. But then with this one of a calibre progressive, I think it's a, let me just check quickly, it's calibre progressive bonus portfolio.
Right.
Yes, so the asset manager here is 91 SA. So totally by fela motho one fela ay go lahlela two trata ke kwale mahlo wa bona ay go kutlwele 24 piasi ke lahlela two trata ke kwale mahlo
ke bona go fella ka
5 years fela o tshwara moya ntjaka for 5 years. I'm telling you after 3 to 5 years so le mchimi mfethu so tsamaka bo ma di economic class wa fly o lahlela two trata phela
two trata
so fly ka di economy wantona
so cause vele yazi ukuthi sila elokishini as much as sila ikasi umuntu ofuna ukunderstand ukuthi like I difference between ukusave ne investment kahle kahle umehluko ukuphi
wabona according to my own understanding let's say how saver as if it's just that some of my answers are biased but I'm going to be as honest as I can.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So if a saver according to na it's like how saver o kenya tšhelete ka tlasa matras maybe after 12 months we can get a new way on to save wabona haina interest it doesn't grow but then let's say you are talking about investments. Once you analyze the weight investments, that's when the unit trust comes in, the funds portfolios comes in. So it's an investment whereby after certain years it comes with internal rate of return, which is your interest. So there's a difference between the two. Investments and savings is not the same. Yes.
Because you know, when I pick up from what most of the things that you are actually talking about, I mean, it's educational, you know. So it's like someone from Soweto, they say I'm new in investing. So like, so what are okay? Where do I go?
Sure. Usually, if it's an individual client, then that 200 rand is going to be a recurring investment whereby it's a debit order monthly basis. But if maybe Mr. Client works for municipality or Mr. Client works for government institution, then we as financial advisors, we need to deduct this money via the pay slip, which is a stop order. But then if it's maybe someone who works for a commercial company or maybe it's a self-employed person, then definitely we will do the debit order mandate to each and every month. Yes. Yeah.
So I think I want to So let me say someone o batla go ya somewhere. Hence ke tlo ke re, because you explained it very well, ne? So this person says, I'm lost. Am I going to Bitvits? Am I going to Standard Bank? Like, where would you advise them to go to?
Okay. Okay, right. I see where you're coming from. All right, no, that's a very good question. I really appreciate it, Mr. Max. Ne?
Yeah.
For us, hence I said, to invest is not about the company, it's about the fund that we are purchasing, The question is, does the client knows the fund? Is not in the position of a client to know. The client wants the best from investing, It's financial advisors authority to give what's best for the client. So maybe let's say the client wants to invest with the client likes Standard Bank, for example. Standard Bank becomes administrator of the fund, whereas they are taking the money to invest it maybe with 91 SA, which is the asset manager, or maybe they're investing the money with Stanlib, which is Standard Bank Liberty within the Standard Bank group, So there are a lot of funds within Stanlib and stuff. But then our client, hey, I like this company. The investment is not calculated based on you loving the company, but we calculate the investment based on the performance of the fund for the past 10 years. If the fund doesn't perform, we switch it to another performing fund. So we are always up to date with the markets to avoid what happens in that movie Wall Street.
Yes, the Wall Street, man.
So now, Mr. Noosi, what I want to know is, what are the risks in this investment?
Correct.
Okay.
There are different types of investment platforms. There are guaranteed investment plans whereby maybe if you put 50 million in 5 years' time, there's an assurance that you will get 20 million return. So all in all, you get 70 million. That one is a guaranteed investment. In despite of the economic rates or the inflation, it can be the cost push inflation or the demand pull. Then there's an assurance. There's something called watermark guarantee that protects the fund against the performance of the macroeconomics economic factors, like COVID is something that is beyond our control. But then once we purchase a defensive fund, hence I said there are so many funds. If you are investing for 5 years, we always opt for the defensive fund.
Right.
That's going to defend the funds against those fluctuations of the markets, And then there's always this fund that is a balanced fund. It's a long-term fund for clients who are investing for a period of about 5 years and more. But then when it comes to the risk involved, there's always risk in everything. It depends on the type of investor. When we do the risk analysis, are you a moderate investor? Are you a conservative investor? But I will explain that in the episode, So just not to blow people's mind, but we calculate the risk on the investment, and then we ensure that if maybe the fund is not performing in the next 3 to 6 months or 12 months, we can always change the fund to another fund, But then it is always advisable even to ordinary financial advisors out there to say, just ensure that you put yourself into the client's shoes.
Yes, and understand.
You are the doctor in financial planning. You know everything about the performance of the funds, the performance of the markets, Yes, so our goal is to ensure that the client is happy at the end of the day. But if it happens that the client is not happy, they've got the right to go to ombudsman, face ombudsman, to lodge a complaint against FSPs. Then what's going to happen if the client win the case? The FSP is liable to pay, So that is, I think it's under Section 37 of the FACE Act, Section 37. 2002, yes. So that's about the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act. So once the client is not happy, they've got the right to go to ombudsman, and then ombudsman will come to you. He will pay whatever the client. But at the end of the day, the client is always right. It's our duty as well to treat customer fairly, not to chase the commission, but to give what is best for Mr. or Miss Client.
Yeah, I mean, talking about people.
Mfana, like, askisi ukungena like yabo, you know what is best for us now, ukuthi mfana sambe siyophuza amanzi
We'll come back.
before sibuya futhi siyithi yabo angibaleki wena Mr. Noosi yabo, so we know sisebenza ngesikhathi yabo, yasithi tholi energy mhlambe nababukeli lapha emakhaya nabo bakwazi ukuthi bahlale phansi because we are learning bafethu every day futhi 2024 bafethu sihlale sisho namanje ukuthi the Broskies of Sotra, we are fixing the country. 061 524 7758 061 524 7758 number yethu yala ekhaya. Ngiyodlala ke uRNK Mr. OK athi ifungeni atsiye kada.
Don't see Gito. On. Don't see Gito. Tibiri pepe. I mutundi no wato pambana na inwi. Yakabangwe banzola. Koke mbaizera. Gazo ndis chaikola. Uima zipato. Na ya mune ye makakando piu. Fin deposit. Tingoto wako yang. Uibogisin. Ningantola na. Dishtokisin. Never choose a hustler. I shoot my sin. Kopoloro mtoma. Kapia rentiawe. Kamwendi wajeri. Bizir kororo. Keji peri. Apanon kotailwa. Nebe angan peri. Wahatweji. None ifungen. Songo bia naitima. Ifungen. Songo bia naitima. On. Don't see Gito. On. Don't see Gito. Ifungen. Songo bia naitima. Ifungen. Songo bia naitima. On. Don't see Gito. On. Don't see Gito. Ifungen. Songo bia naitima. Ifungen. Songo bia naitima. On. Don't see Gito. On. Don't see Gito.
This is Share Radio.
asabe uyithathapi hey uyithathaphi lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyibone lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyithathapi hey thathapi asambe uyithathapi lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyithathapi lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyithathapi achuchukuchu achuchukuchu chuchukuchu achuchukuchu chuchukuchu ebumnandini kula uzongithola khona la ngijiva khona abobhuti bayakhala bathi I'll preach asambe ebumnandini ebathi wena msukekini wesebumnandini wathola sijiva ayiwahlala bathi uyithathapi lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyithathapi lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyithathapi asambe uyithathapi hey uyithathapi lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyibone lento yenzayo asambe bathini uyithathapi hey thathapi asambe achuchukuchu achuchukuchu
This is Share Radio. Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Injalo lento, injalo. There is hope and help is
Of
available.
course, man. Help is here.
Yeah,
Help is in the studio. Help is in the studio.
Ikhona itholakele guys, it's a Thursday when the Broskies of Sotra igama lam ndingu-Andy ma-anti ndihamba laphayana noMoeketsi Maimane. Today you are my man. We are joined by Noosi. Yeah, ngilibiza kahle ne. Ngoba kunalento leyo ukuthi ngibiza abantu wrong. Ngichirambe ngijona last week ngithi hey Thembeni yadala guys. Please join us bafethu ku Facebook, sikhona na ku YouTube na ku Instagram, is share online for our comment ukuthi sifonele la 061 524 7758 061 524 7758 or ungashare i-comment yakho laphayana ku Facebook. We are talking about the importance of investment. My king, I think that is cinema.
Yeah, man.
About before siya ku ad break.
Yeah, man. Speaking of comments, obviously lapha Facebook yethu, it's a little bit busy, but it's going to be busy because this is the second segment of our interview, Mr. Noosi Morai. So lapha sinaye Ulunga Qwabe ati good day Broskies, Kazi Soul Music signing in. We appreciate you, Mr. Kazi. Please keep those comments coming. And then we have a comment from Ositebatso Mohale saying, hey guys, signing in, watching you, and I'm here wondering, hore, which way should one follow if I wanna invest, or which step should be followed? I think this one falls to Mr. Morai.
Okay, that's a very, very good question from our client out there. I think the first and the foremost, if the client wants to know where to start, I think the best way is to contact our call center number as a brokerage company on +2781 0116159, or they can maybe simply send an email to info@moraicapital.co.za. That's where maybe our call center number and customer service team will engage with Mr. or Miss client. Yes.
So for umuntu oselokishini othini yazi mina ngifuna ngilokho ngizixaka cause you know nala elokishini we have a small business yabo athini mina I want to go and invest ebusinessini kaBaba uMthembu laphayana, but then ngiyasaba because of now Baba uMthembu mhlamba ngangishanga igila mase ngingenile laphayana, and most of abantu you know umuntu makasika investile manje let's say ngiyeze ebusinessini yakho ngifuna uku-investa laphayana manje sengifuna ukuthini 50-50 into right leyo, or there's a certain percentage mina ngiyitholayo or wena uyitholayo mangabe investile in your business. Yeah.
Okay, I think it depends again on the type of business. Okay. Yes, and then the agreement between the business partners, you know. Maybe if I'm saying if you are putting this money into my business, then that one is a civil response, you know.
Okay.
You say, okay, right, you will get 30% after you have invested so much, maybe after 2 years or 3 years or 12 months, you know. So it's a mutual agreement between the two parties, that one. And then I will highly advise and recommend the investor to always have a lawyer in everything that they do, so that they can take them through the contracting documents and stuff. Yes,
You know, Mr. Morai, right now I think it's time to lay out everything for our listeners and for people at home.
Okay.
Yeah, so like someone comes and then they ask a question, how can I start investing?
You can start investing at any given time, as long as you are ready to. Maybe let's say you want to invest a monthly basis, maybe as I said, maybe from 200 rand per month, or maybe you have a lump sum that you want to preserve. For example, there are pension preservers to say this one I want to invest so that the day I reach 55, which is early pension for women, or maybe 60, which is early pension for the guys, then you can start even today to preserve that money. Then you can take it upon you reaching 55 or 60 years. We call it pension preserver or provident fund preserver or retirement preserver, you know. But for monthly basis, it's a recurring debit order that we will collect from you on months to months for a certain years, maybe for 5 years or for 3 years or for 10 years.
You know, I want to come later. I just want us to talk about this one, retirement. But right now, because there are different types of investing,
Yes.
I want to know from you, what is passive investing?
Passive investing, let's say, for example, we as financial advisors, we ask you, what is your objective for investing? What is it that you want to achieve? You know, it's very important for our financial advisors to ask our clients out there. Maybe you want to take your children to school after 5 years, or you want to start a business, or maybe you want to pay for lobola, so it's part of the goal, you know, it's part of your objective, you know. So when you put it into the vehicle of retirement, that money, trust me, you're not going to access it provided it's more than 15,000, you know. Yes, because advantage of that retirement income, during the SARS income tax, you are able to claim from your IRP5 certificate from SARS, you know. So you can say, hey, I want to reserve maybe 300 rand for retirement annuity, which is the minimum that the client can start with on month to month, you know. Then during the tax period, you get your IRP5 certificate, and then you get your portion from SARS, you know, and then you still continue with the investment plan. So those vehicles, at the end of the day, when you look into financial planning of retirement annuity in the section 14, it's broad. That is not an expense. A retirement annuity is not an expense, because people have this ideology of but then at the end of the day, it's our duty to give you the best advice so that you can make an informed decision. So it's just that rona botaki most are smart by featuring a when it comes to the investment, are smart. That's why retletse re shaba ke mangam la and stuff. Rona ampetu o ka thola 200 tawe boluze ka bo mabedi. Wa nthola rona botaki. That's why maybe retletse go aplu phela ka shaba iputi mfethu ke botaki fela. I had 2 million angathenga amabhasi ngadla bogele ngifisisa. Wa nthola nje kanje philo se di steering bogele ba surrounded, but after nyuku the fancy dia they are depleted. How sana next?
Yeah, because I think it's where Tamile Rekenekoteng, you know, and actually discuss why do people do that. I understand okay, if ref gives out, you know, that lump sum, do they give people options or you can save, you can invest, or they just bother them with the money? You know, because you know a lot of people ne bakabale that thing about daughter. Because of there's this thing, the forex, there's this thing, the scam, you know, the pyramid schemes that are out there. You know, people were losing money. So it's like, what is it that you can make me trust you?
Okay.
Okay. I put on my money go Triple M. They told me good things, or this amount of money, and they left. So that trust is taken away. You know, I think it's very important for people, you know, to be educated very well, you know, in terms of investing. And again, Lena, I've came across this with, I call it ROI, you know, return on investment. So I want to know, like, how are return on investment calculated?
Okay, that is a very, let me start with the first one, to identify a licensed body so that you are not scammed, you are not hacked and stuff. Majority of our clients in South Africa, they got scammed pension funds, you know, and as a company, we are going to do a seminar, a workshop where we talk about unclaimed benefits. I think majority have seen that on TikTok and our social media platforms. Is in the pipeline, you know. So before you can give your money anybody, because these people are very, very creative. They can create Elon Musk talking about investing, and then it's him like this. We are like, so you must check FSP number or the license number.
FSP number.
Yes,
Okay.
the FSP is financial services provider,
Okay.
and then the number is the license number issued given to you by the FSCA. In South Africa, the body that controls all the banking industry, financial services, is FSCA, which is Financial Sector Conduct Authority. You know, yeah. So that's where you need to search. Even if a client will say, "Eish, I wanna invest with this one," but trust me, scammers are very smart, guys.
Yes,
Scammers,
they
are
don't
very
sleep.
smart. They don't sleep.
They don't sleep.
Or ukuthi like people they don't do ama research bachazwa ukuthi okay
Yeah.
ubone a certain money ukuthi uma
It's
ngafaka
easy money.
100,000
Easy
ngizothola
money.
600,000
Yes,
vele
yes.
sekayafaka kanti ezinye izinto you
It's a
need to
syndicate,
do.
yeah.
Exactly,
Sure.
exactly.
It's
Yeah,
planned. It's
yeah,
planned.
yeah.
So people have fallen into that. You know, that's why I started the
trap,
trap. That's
yeah.
why we started a brokerage to say, all right, sharp. Ra bona botaki ba paisise ya. E re ka re keletse re badile ka nyugu ka chelete. E re advise botaki go etla kamo, etla kamo, etla kamo ntona. So it's just that botaki ha o le motho motho. Hey, about
Because you know, talking about protecting, you know, the investments are. I think most of the people will want to know, how do you make your investment safe?
Yes, yeah. Okay. To make your investment safe, it's in the duties of authorized financial services provider. Once Mr. Client comes to us, Mr. Client doesn't know anything about investing. You know, we are the doctors in financial planning. We need to ensure that we make sure that Mr. Client makes an informed decision. You know, that is according to the FACE Act, Section 37, November 2002. So I can lose a license to give insufficient advice or misleading advice. I can lose a license with just a thing, you know, but then just to protect myself, I need to make sure that the client also signs something called the record of advice, ROA. Mr. Client, I met the Mr. Client said the objective of me investing this money is to achieve XXX, you know. So we put that down and the client sign, you know. Then it's in our pipeline to ensure that we are putting the client funds into the right portfolios. There's no way that you can hack monies from the fund managers or asset managers like Ellen Gray or Coronation or 91 and stuff. You can't hack, for example, money from Liberty or Discovery. Hey, you can't. You can't.
The security, hey, it's top level.
With us, we just give you financial advice, and then they are the ones to collect all the administration via EFTs and stuff. Me as a financial advisor, I'm here to I get paid to give you financial advice. That's all. Then the rest I put it to my mother. Who is my mother? Liberty is my mother. Discovery is my mother. Ellen Gray is mother. You know.
I think we have a call here.
Okay.
Hello, caller.
Hey, hi, Share Radio. How's it?
Yeah, we good, bro. How are you?
Good, thanks, man. Siyabonga nge-information esiyitholayo kwi-financial advisor. So my question today is, there's different types of levels makufika kwi-investing. There's high risk and there's also low risk where low risk returns are low, high risk you risk losing everything. But returns are high. So if we guess you can just break down the different types and how high returns, they don't want you to put all your eggs in one basket. Mhlambe bathi faka ku Coke, faka ku Toyota, faka ku MTN and so on, and just how the different percentages work. High and low risk investments.
Okay, that's a very good question. I found it very comprehensive and it has holistic approach, you know. Mr. Client is asking about the high risk factors and the low risk factors, you know. When we talk about the high risk, these are the equity markets, you know. When we talk about SA equity, for example, we are talking about all the South African businesses, including but not limited to Shoprite Group, Pick n Pay, and stuff. You know, so there are different types of investors. Once we do the risk analysis or risk questionnaire, the questionnaire will tell us that this investor is a conservative investor, or it's a moderate investor, or maybe it's an aggressive investor who will be like, I don't want to lose anything. Should my money fall in, I'm gonna gonna show you who I'm made of. Those are the aggressive investors, you know. Yes. So with us financial advisors, we analyze that risk before we can finalize the application. And then Mr. or Ms. Client also ask about the low risk. Remember, with low risk, this is the guaranteed investment portfolio, whereby if you are putting 55,000 rand, for example, with Ellen Gray, I'm just making an example. Okay? If you put 55,000 rand in 5th consecutive year or in the 3rd year, there's an assurance that you will get 100,000 rand as a return, for example. So you are a low risk because of what? Your investment is a guarantee. You don't want to lose anything in despite of the market fluctuations, you know. But the high risk, this is where most people make money, because the more money you put, the more bravery you are, the more you get, you know. Yes. So most in our experiences, clients never lost money, because in my experience as a financial advisor, I've been buying a equity fund, I've been buying stable funds, I've been buying balanced fund plus P, and all of those performing funds. So it's very, very rare that you will hear a client going to and say, hey, I've lost my money and stuff. No, hey, trust me, we are well trained in the industry, so we cannot do anything wrong. There's things like product specific training that we always attend. There's things like accreditation, fit and proper requirements, and all of those things. So we need to ensure that we put the client first, you know. So so there's no way that the client can lose money, whether it's risk or it's low. The client always get the best out of it. Yes, sir.
Caller, are you answered?
Yes, I'm answered. One last question: how can we utilize Stokfela as an investment vehicle?
Okay, that's a very good question, Mr. Caller. There are Collective Investment Schemes Control Act 45 of 2002. When you talk of the Stokvel, this is the money that maybe, like, for example, just to make it more colorful for the understanding of the general public at large, this is Soweto Fund. We have about 2 million people living in Soweto, according to stats. Now, we as Soweto people, we are like, okay, right, Bafet, Haribe Nyugu, re-establishing Stokvel Sarona, maybe Ekaba Soweto Powerhouse, for example, and then Stokvel say each and every person of Blomankasi, Soweto Kepa Tutliba, Gahuidi, once off, 2 trata nje once off, whether just us or getting 2 trata mfethu gawana ntho tse buyer so the investor or so the stakeholder, it's a Stokvel on its own. Now I come to say, am I compliant to regulation 28? Yes, I'm compliant. Who is binding me? Collective Investment Scheme Control Act 45 of 2002. I, for one, as a financial advisor, I need to make the right thing with this fund, you know. So we're bearing okay, the two clip about fetuki, la government, it's government, this government is. Rega gets is a reading at 350 to long, why tunela reading or Lasha to trata fella with Pumlam Loom, or Swagamoy, one dollar. Kaufella, Hareza fella, the two clip really 2 million plus, but Baploman so it. Rega establish a plant, rega ba le engineering plant, ga ba le di estate tsa rona, ga ba le ntho tsa rona as black people, because financial advising ya re share le botaki, but e batla Stokvel, because my India, Mangambla, Maburu kaofela ba fetu ba kopana ba hlala fase tafoleng ba re, let's help this one, we must contribute this, you know. But rona botaki o bona ntlo ga nka tsosa mama tla ba sapopo wa hlanya. So just Stokvel se batla le new, we can do them as well as a brokerage company, Collective Investment Schemes Control Act, then we can comply with Regulation 28 and then put the money within the funds that are compliant with Regulation 28 in South Africa. So definitely the Stokvel, I think it's a good question that is raised by Mr. Client there to say, in order for us to succeed in investing, we need to put money together, we need to collaborate, you know. So nzereto di chuna ba fetu di seminar, nzereto di etsa re rute batho ka financial literacy education, and then revenue go fela re lahleleng into a fund, then o tsene so le mnata after about 5 years o bona so the trend. Sure.
Caller. All right, before Ngamba, one last question, then Nyasuga, yes, before it sounds like it's my interview. And then we hear a lot of people talking about crowdfunding for property, crowdfunding for this. Like, how does that investment vehicle work, where I can just put in 5,000 and then hope it's okay? Whoever or your Aki property or invest in student accommodation, returning it after how long, and how does that just that scheme work.
All right.
Then yeah, this is it from me, Nyabonga, and I'll listen over the TV.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, can I answer this one?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I think that one, it falls under the retail savings bonds. Ne? Maybe my assumption is that Mr. Client wants to know, because properties are the great investment vehicles lately. With property, you will never go wrong, you know. So maybe, for example, we do have retail savings bonds within our line of investment portfolios. But then Mr. Client needs to know where to invest the money, which real estate properties, which commodities, and all of that, you know. So on the best scale, it's simply that the client must contact our call center number for more information on 081 011 6159. We'll be able to assist them in that regard. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hope our caller there at home is answered with everything. And if you have a question now with Lape Emakaya, please do not hesitate to call us on 0615247758 or leave us a comment Lapa on Facebook or YouTube. You know, when I'm Anzo, I mean, Mr. here, no. You know, we are Julugisa because I think, you know, Kebata, I want to ask about something, you know, because how do you make these terms, you know, easily accessible to people? How do you make people understand? Because I remember watching this movie, The Big Short. You know, those guys there, they were playing with very big words, you know, you know, because they know when people hear very big words, it's like, here these people are real deal. So if, you know, someone comes with big words, you know, like how do you make them understand in the, you know, in the level of someone who say, you know what, I just want to invest, you know, nothing more than that.
Yeah, that is a very good question, Mr. Currency. Look, it's our duty, to be honest, according to the FACE Act, it's our duty to ensure that we give the client the plain language that is easy for them to understand. We can't be giving clients all this law terminology, because once you come up with those big ways to talk about offshore, the client is you know. That's true. Yeah, but then it's our duty, because at the end of the day, the client must make an informed decision. How does the client make informed decision? Based on you ensuring that the client understands everything that you have told the client. You know? So Eric gets example. Maybe let's say you kopana le client ya ko Limpopo. Akufida Limpopo sonzi ke be Limpopen. I must be Limpopen. Ke bolele le bo marena kudu habochi. And then akufida maybe vendor ndokobua. Akufida maybe bo mashawela ndobulabula ngwana manje. Ba ukwe kahle ngwana manje. Loko ubuya Mozambique ulaba ku investor na ina bula patriano bula na wena patriano so whether it's all Lesotho or maybe ke tshwantse ke bue ka language ya how we understand that. That's why my capital is where it is today, because whether maybe utswamboma Eldorado Park, you want me to talk to you, my brother, about investment, we'll talk. So for you to understand, it's a way of us saying, let us be at your language, and then our financial advisors come from different races for the honors of your best interest for your understanding. Yes.
Thatha side mfana hayi thatha isitulo sakho relax ngitshela abangani ukuthi uMr Noosi ukhona lapho we talking about the importance of investment. It's thatha nje ibreak siyabuya ngugu aziye kada.
Andile Makoya lo, you're listening to Share Radio. Yazini ziyaga yi. Danko.
You see a chance, just take it and run, yeah. You see a bag, just take it and run, yeah. Grab it with both of your hands, take it and run. Raising your bread, cause bacon is fun. Get out the trap, just take it and run, yeah. Jib out a printer, the billionaire shop is a winner. Don't even know how we got through the winter. Guess I got Aikido like Master Splinter. Yeah, to the ground in my eyes in the sky. Now I just need to develop antennas. Me and my thoughts need some time to ourselves. Something like Netflix ain't counting entertainers. I need some mental stimulation. Real life is a better simulation. That's why I didn't open a demo account the day I started trading. Lost a few hundred and it took some months just to be evenly braided. breaking. The poverty demon is tough, but it's something that can be defeated with patience. I just approached it 1 rand at a time, 1 copy for 1 man at a time, 4 copies changing hands at a time. Now I got in my bank at this time. It's just a small gonna start, but I know that I'm smart, so we all gonna go to the top. Retire old lady and both of my timers. Now that's an ascension, it's more than evolve. Seeing some growth in the spot, I was hopeless before, probably because I was focused on broads. Tati was bad, but why would she want me when I couldn't even clothe her little daughter? Serving so well till it spread me too thin as a businessman, coach and stepfather. Still not quite sure where I'm going, the only direction I'm going is forward. Accepted the fact that for a couple of years I'ma show as a pauper. These sirens are constant reminders that I cannot raise my labaka in Sotra, but the glow up been awesome. Now when I show up, they starstruck. I'm no celeb, but you know that your shorty do want some. All that I do is be locked in my room, constructing intelligent concepts. All that I do is be crafting systems while the world is still barely responsive. Overcoming a billion flop tinks, celebrating the littlest progress. Cause if you just keep it compounding, it's amazing what you can accomplish. You see a chance, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. You see a bag, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. Grab it with both of your hands, just take it and run. Raising your bread, cause baking is fun. Get out the trap, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah, yeah. You see a chance, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. You see a bag, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. Grab it with both of your hands, just take it and run. Raising your bread, cause baking is fun. Get out the trap, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah, yeah, yeah. You see a chance.
Listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Andile Tshabalala, you're listening to Share Radio. Yazin, ziyawa danko.
Asho njalo isilo magoya athi ziyawa kayi ziyawa ziyaphohloka. It's a first day bafethu on the Broskies of Sotra. Igama lami ngingu-Andy Maandi, ngihamba lapha Noosi Maimane, and our guest today bafethu Noosi Morai. Yeah, mangabe usanda kusijoina, we are talking about the importance of investment with Noosi Morai. So you can join the conversation on our Facebook page, sikhona lapha ku TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or if ufuna ukusfonela ukusendela ivoice note yakho. Our number is 061 524 7758 061 524 7758. Yeah injalo le ndaba le.
Hayi njalo njami yabona wena Andy, ngifuna ukubuza Mr. Morai vandag, you know the question ngoba you know masingaphandle singamajita siblomile, and then I come across ama terms uyabona kuma investing ne. I'm like emergency, you know kumele sifake imali yethu kuma bond, like njaya mimi usisibondile yini into eyifunayo, ngithi bafethu aningitholi ukuthi ngifuna ajiko de mfethu sibondile kanti yini eyifunayo. So ngifuna ukubuza la ku Mr. Morai ukuthi like if someone wants to understand bonds, like what are investment bonds?
Yes, within our line of brokerage space, remember every license has its own category,
yeah.
So once maybe Mr. or Miss Client wants to understand more about bonds, there are specified financial advisors for bonds and stuff. They are trained about bonds. They know from point A to Z, you know. So as a brokerage company, what we can do, we can refer Mr. or Miss Client in relation to bonds, investing, and government bonds or retail investing bonds, you know. So provided with us, remember it's a brokerage company, so we have to refer it to also the licensed body, you know. Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm really answered, and I hope I'm agents who amahleli lapha azwile ukuthi, you know, when it comes to ama bonds, you know, it is very, very well explained. You know, because in the beginning, I said I wanted to ask you about something about your retire when I'm answer. So there was one day I wake up in the morning and then I turned on ENCA News. So there was a blog that was speaking about Uguti. in terms of people having the retirement funds, pension funds, you know, it's slowly slipping away because of the inflation that we have here. So we have abantu eluguti right now. It's kind of becoming impossible to be someone who's working maybe from the age of 21 and then retire at the age of 30. You know, so right now, Barre, this thing, it's going, you know, it's growing to a point ukuthi manje umuntu can work their whole life. You know, it's like, even if we are saving imali yakho, but there are expenses that are going to need your attention, you know. So like, I want to ask if that is true in terms of understanding, you know, your retirement funds and your pension funds.
Okay. Thank you so much for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Currency. There's a huge difference between the two, you know. The pension funds control, there's an act regulating the pension fund, and there's also act regulating the retirement funds, which is maybe section 14 of the retirement annuity funds, you know. So, for example, you mentioned about... Okay, all right. All right, sure. Yes. So, once we talk about retirement, you know, let's say you are 22 years of age, or maybe from 18 years, and then you want to start your own retirement. There are companies that are subsidiary, that are giving subsidy to their employees for retirements. Maybe they say the company is contributing 50%, maybe the employee is contributing 45% or something, you know. And then the employee of a certain company, they can also do the retirement annuity on their side. I remember during our first platform, you spoke about not putting all eggs in one basket, you know. So this is your retirement that you are getting from your employer, and then already you are investing with the investment bodies, maybe like Liberty Life, or maybe you are investing with Discovery, or you are investing with Old Mutual, or Ellen Gray, or Coronation, you know. Yes, you are reserving it your side without the employer. So the pension fund, I will not also agree or recommend a person, because this one is a group. Pension, we don't do it for individuals. We do it for, maybe there's a minimum number of people, depending on the company ethics. There's a minimum monthly contribution, or maybe yearly contribution, depending on the company's ethics, you know. But most of the pension fund, we do it for a company on its own. Yes, then we know that the day we retire, we are pension along kamhlala phansi. Ufuthumethu silo madala babajima mfethu kuma Vision TV. But basho ba hayi currency waloya matha dingaka. Kanti next currency ulathola financial advisor.
So like going back to abantu abala elokishini, izintsha zakho wena Moeketsi yabona lezi ezibondayo yabona. One of them mangithi sibuyela back to ukuthi mhlambe maybe uthole maybe imali yeref yabo wathola leyo 10 billion or whatever yabona, and then now ufuna like ukubonda ne, so angayi increase kanjani I value
sharp. Okay, if maybe this is the road accident fund beneficiary, and then sathutsi chelete, and then njengoba sekathola imali akaza enzini next ashitiba ukuri antle yini washitiba washutwisisa ngwana manje,
it's a blank page.
Sure. That's where we come in as financial advisors, because the duty of a legal firm or an attorney is to claim the ref, and then once the money is paid, then that's where financial advisor comes in, because an attorney does not have a license to do financial planning. You understand? That's where we come in as financial advisors to say, okay, right, you want to increase the bond, and then Mr. or Miss Client, as much as maybe when you talk about bond, we got bond Romeo and Juliet, you know, you want to bond like terminology, body bonds and stuff. So financial advisor from point A to Z, which is panasol. else also wabo if we etsa tje re tlo ilahlela ko di commodity tse sona re tlo ilahlela ko di estate tse sona di property tse so re tlo ilahlela le hiza ya wanthola so nje bond re buang ka yona ke am investor maybe ko di property e sim bond ya bo ma mero re sa clean o I make ya ngasa njaka is not that
I mean speaking of the investment, I've heard this what they call hot stock.
Correct.
So like I want to know like how do you pick one, man?
Hot stock.
Yeah, hot stock.
Yes. You know, this one's hence I mentioned earlier on to say it depends on the license category. You know, FSPs, for example, Morai Capital is trading under category 1 license. Things like hot stock and stuff, they maybe they fall under a certain category of a license, you know, and then there are certain bodies that can handle the administration of that funds or stock, hot stock portfolios, you know. Yes, so I cannot say much on that one because I will be criminalizing myself.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's good because if you know you can take time, you know, into making people understand, or you know, there are certain things I actually put boundaries myself on,
correct,
you know. But right now, because we are taking it here into our communities, you know, because we are the Broskies of Sotra, fixing this country one topic at a time, you know. So someone comes and say, because I know how we touched a little bit, but I need us to, you know, dwell in it. Okay, what is the difference between saving and investing?
Correct, yes. Yeah, that's a very good question, Mr. Currency. Mr. Currency, if I was the Minister of Finance, I was going to give you a big tender, you know, to take upon the empowerment of financial industry in our It's just that unfortunately I don't have that power, Mr. Currency.
It's coming. It's coming. I strongly believe in you.
Yeah, so ho save nyugo ba fethu ne o ka be nyugo wa ipela ona maybe ka ga dikupu entse le savings wa nthola because o kenya nyugo ka ga dikupu tsa 2 liter wa beya wa ichaela gai ka dizzy date ke batla go cover maybe ke bo ma Devon ke enjoy keeping ngositsa ka outing wa nthola ke vile dintsha tsa ka re etswe wa nthola. But when it comes to that is saving, what you put is what you get after a certain time. So the savings most of the time. But we strive more knowledge when it comes to investing, because when it comes to investing, this is where financial advisors need to pay much attention on the funds that they select for Mr. Client, you know, to say let us buy maybe calibre progressive portfolios, and then who is the fund manager there? The fund manager is 91 SA, you know, is the fund manager, you know, asset manager. And then now, okay, right, you are investing this money, for example, maybe with Liberty Life. What's going to happen is that the financial advisor will take the money to Liberty. It means Liberty, for example, or Discovery, they will administer the funds, the processing and administration of the fund, buying ke ba lahlele ko kae ko 91, and then interest o hay khutla it claimwe ke mang, it claimwe ke Liberty, and then Liberty or Discovery e be fa Mr. Client. You understand? Yes. So now I am still financial advisor, even though I'm still looking, because it's my duty to share about it. Their whole interest their client now. We don't sleep, guys, as financial advisors. We don't sleep. Lo bona batho go di social media ba give ba fana ka advice, we're gonna give you this rata industry ya rona ne letse ba shisa jo.
I mean it's aglalo wena maanzo, because you know Tina, as abantu, when we get money we want to spend, because funa go spend, you know, hence abo Mr. you know Nora, they are here to advise us as you know financial advisors. So hence ngizala ukuthi I want to ask this question, you know, ukuthi okay, when it is the right time to spend, and when is the right time to invest. Phela sifuna ukuyibhubhudla mfethu, uyabona na phela usathi investor bathi sale isale phela yazi ukuthi you must buy now, man, uyabona
ku invest ubuyiseni ngasele.
That is correct. That is correct, Mr. Currency. The right time to invest is now. You know, you can't say I will start next year. Now my New Year's resolution. I want to invest. Kala vandag, Jack. Want to kala save nyugu vandag. Kala vandag. But then this is the right time to invest. But the question is, are you investing with the right entity? Nah, I understand that. The right body. But as Morai Capital is here, it means when people are investing with Morai Capital, they're investing with the right organization at the right time with the right qualified financial advisors or financial planners or wealth planners. So when to invest, it starts today, because we are the one who knows the future forecast of the funds. We are the one who knows after 2 to 3 consecutive years, South African equity business and stuff. We are always up to date with those fundamental records, you know. But then with us, it's a brokerage company. We are not forex brokers, but we are long-term insurance brokers, you know. We are licensed under FSCA. So clients can start investing today. We are the one who knows what is the type of portfolio that they must invest in, you know. So if you are saying, "Hi, Mr. Morai Capital, I'm ready. I will jump, man." You like my because I know at the end of the day, client batla investor, ebe grand in future, and then what's going to happen? Advice is sharp because client about to Mr. Client has been next, or had deal of Mr. Client, or batla fella. Because most of the clients are trusting Morai Capital, you know, because it's one of the growing brokerage company that is assisting people immensely in terms of portfolios of investments. So batho ba be nyugo fandage re tla ba chaela go ba fetu nyugo tsa lona re tlo di isa kae ke ye nyugo e tshwere ke company sona ke ye fund ya hao re isitse ko kae after 3 months re gona bontsha di statement ke tse di statement di a tswa ga o ntshetsa record go ke right interest ya o e hola so wa ke spane sa financial advisor gore fane ka re feedback ko clienting gore nyuga client ntse ya joan di statement client e di thole on months 2 months or on a 3 months period or trimester one toll. So that nyana tseo re di etsetsa di client wena fela once o re fela I ready who invest in Morai Capital. Morai Capital is going to send you a humbled financial advisor. You tlo re ngang lwena ka language ya o currency one toll. Is maybe let's say o tswa ka hasi so wethu obvious o letsi so wethu ba fitu a re ngemvara ba fitu. Let's look at reality. How you out here in streetwise o letseng kasi one toll.
Yes, of course.
Go tlo go romela motho ke bona gore a isane e o letsi Limpopo mara ke isa client ya so wethu a ile. Thola njaka. Man o tla tila le ba ko bo nthole bo ya gomo and stuff. E re ke ise e ya bophiri or snawane ke ise client ba lo utlwana ka la lo utlwana. Yeah, so ke tsona he that dintse ba fiti but ha ona nako e mpe ya investor. This is the right time to invest.
This is the right time.
I'm sure ukuthi wena Moeketsi Maimane today ngala ukuthi yabona our viewers mfana bahleli bayana babheka ama bank balance wabo ukuthi azini December ngiphuphuze ngayiphuphuza bheka advisor khona ifika today yabo but it's never too late and you won't be late. I understand. So as much as ashile ukuthi you can start now ukuthi unga investor yabo 061 524 number yethu ya la ekhaya ungasifonela ukusishaya ngevoice note yakho lapha sikhona ku Facebook sikhona ku YouTube sikhona ku Instagram is share online. For more information about this radio please go to www.shareonline.co.za. for wena mangabe unengoma you artist you need the platform efana nalena please go to nolo@shareonline.co.za. isikhathi so music sifuna ukuthi music ana sithini kuphi yeah sibeni happy see you feet
Paris to London you can trip.
This is Share Radio.
Decide what could put your mind, so you grind for the smite one wave, and now you feel it all the time, trying to live your life while you battle things inside. Yeah, now it's one way. Never, never, never. After your dreams. Never, never, never. Running, running. Never, never, never. After your dreams. Never, never, never. Running, running. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Running, running. After your dreams. I see the world though. Gotta keep flat, gotta keep close with my bros. Yeah, they know. Man, I feel myself getting better. I'm
about yo my guns and butter and all that chinchilla. You're the best thing since flying out of this Mayweather. You know exactly that my niggas go together. We stay down, tryna make pound, tryna see exactly how this life can go for us now. Never, never, never. After your trains. Never, never, never. Running, running. Never, never, never. After your trains. Never, never, never. Running, running. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Running, running. After your trains. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Running, running. After your trains. Never, never, never. After your trains. Never, never, never. Running, running. Never, never, never. After your trains. Never, never, never. Running, running. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Never, never, never. Running, running. After your trains.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Hayi, ziyakhala bijekazi, ziyakhala.
Awuyazi mfethu kumele zikhali. Siyamkhalela ziyalila.
Uyabona ukuthi nangaphandle no already yashintsha because of it's a Thursday. Sikhuluma about the investment ngithi manje abajwayelanga yabo.
Abajwayelanga.
2024 izinto ziyajika manje yabo. We know guys ukuthi niyazi ukuthi the Broskies of Sotra every Thursday 2 p.m. we are fixing the country. You are surprised ukuthi yo today you end my aunt khuluma about investment, how important to invest uyabona. Like we are fixing the country. So kanti sifixa kanjani country if we ngeke sese sikhulume ngezinto ezikanje yabo. So we never stop running bafethu. We keep on running. Even now this year we going to run and run and run this race. Athina we don't lose.
We don't. I mean, hey man, losing mfethu
it's not an option.
It's not an option, man. It has to take you a lot to lose kahle, you know, because there's a chance each and every day, each and every minute of the day, there is a chance to change that thing. Because the importance of investing now, it speaks because investing, with my own understanding, it's not only about money, but now itself. If you invest in yourself, it's going to be a better understanding of, you know what, let me go into financials, you know, let me get an advisor. You know, because since I hear Mr. Noosi, you know, I hope the people are also listening as we are also listening here. We have Oguti, you know, more investor, man. You have to invest in different parts of your life. You know, it's still January 2024, as they say, 2020 more. To more investments, guys. To more investments.
So when I put Noosi, before we go to ad break, there's Bokuluma Noluntuzana no Maimane la. Maimane.
Mr. Currency.
I
love that one.
Food. So Bokuluma ngendaba yokuthi okay, when is the right time to invest yabo? So you would say let's say now kuseka investile now yabo. So this investment, why is it suitable for yena?
Okay. Yes. Remember number one, to answer that question,
yes.
What is the objective for Mr. Maimane? You know, for Mr. Currency, what is his objective to invest? Maybe he wants to get married in 5 years. So with the interest, he wants to pay lobola and all of those things, you know. Objective number 2, maybe he would like to build a property or maybe to buy a car, you know. It's his own objectives, you know. So I can recommend the type of investment that is suitable for Mr. Currency to say, okay, right, based on your objectives, this is the type of investment platforms that we can take a look at as certified financial advisors, you know. Yes.
Very great, man. Informative, because ngezwa lapha na ku WhatsApp, I think we had some notifications lapha. Can you please take us through that, Anzo?
Yeah, like I think it's a question ebuzwayo lapha na ku Mr. Noosi, but what are the misconceptions or stereotypes people have about investment?
Come again?
Yeah.
What are the misconceptions?
Misconceptions.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think yes.
Or stereotypes people have about investment.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice question.
All right. That's a nice question, Mr. Clyde. The misconception about the investment. Remember, the social media can ruin anything, can also change your belief. You know, you can say, I want to invest. You find someone in social media talking companies bad-mouthly, you know. But then the stereotypes people, these are our... I think we call them late mature, you know. We are saying people have lost monies in pyramid schemes that happened, like with KP, the Triple M. What's why? That's why this scammer did pay. This smart pay. This smart. One told. So I fall into Galuza. New willing now. One told. Kashanyana 2 months if I didn't expect it about 40 you go for 2 months gone. So kids on that didn't discourage them but to see ring of but then if you only a licensed body it will Kenya chelete hiso
ask you to step and go.
Okay. Yeah. If maybe Kenya chelete into a licensed body, who is the licensed body? Morai Capital is licensed, you understand? It's operating under FSCA, right? Which is the body. So there's no stereotype. Well, we can change your mind. It's a cognitive knowledge to say, mina ngifuna ukuthenga inkomo ngizithembe lezi zinto zabelungu uyabona mina ngifuna abafazi ngifuna isithembu you understand angeke uzuza indoda ezongikhulumela isingisi la uyabona wanthola ma currency so that is okay the conception did misconceptions about who at the end of the day culture ya motho is difficult to change that person uyabona but njengoba ikitsho hore the company ikalahlisa ikayisa the financial advisor tsibuana language yawo maybe uko KZN bakuchazela kahle ukuthi isebenza kanjani lento le wabona and then maybe ukulimpopo banohlala usetsa habo uchigurukuru hore ishoma yang yes maybe uko north west ra geno hlala usetsa sentle for investment gabutsi ibereka ya ngithola wena so kamoka kaofela tsona ka siba fethu whether o free starter hohle mo denting ekaba u Eastern Cape mtase gena le di financial advisors kore the aim of a brokerage company kore re tlise plain language ko di client so that they understand gore motho o bua ka eng we understand ka language ya motho o wa bona yes so the stereotypes people re di change ka nka gore la tlele di financial advisors tse buang language ya bona but to understand ana but bali want to it's easy ha ke tlisa le khalating yeah my brother you know this thing is gonna work man you know yeah it's gonna work my second you know yeah let's do it man you know
it's a very good thing because there are a lot of misconceptions. Correct, you know, we are being fed a lot of information out there, and then we don't know which information is the correct information. So I want to come to this question, as much as we have this misconception, because when someone went to Triple M, they heard ukuthi mawufaki 10 rand namhlanje, you know, next month it tends to be 250, it tends to be 500.
Just like that.
Yeah. So I want to know from Mr. Morai Uguti, okay, so I've invested this money. So I want to know what must happen for that investment to increase the value?
Okay. When you want the investment to increase the value, there are so many types of investments, depending again with the type of money that you put in. So let me make an example. There's a client who, it's just that in our POPI Act, we cannot disclose clients' names and stuff on social media or any communication platform. But Mr. or Ms. client previous month invested about 50 million rand, with 50 million rand, you can't say you're going to put the client money for maybe 5 years or 10 years unless the client instructed you to do so, So to get a great internal rate of return from that portfolio, you need to select the best performing funds, maybe stable fund, maybe equity fund, maybe balanced fund plus class A or balanced fund plus P. Those are the funds, but I explain once so the more money you put in, the more types of funds we need to put your money in. Unit trust in a nutshell. Yes, so there are unit trust depending on the type of amount that you want to put in. Yes.
So mina into like ngifuna ukuyazi wena Mr. Noosi ukuthi let's say maybe nginame, let's say 100,000 yabo ngifaka 50,000 invest ane. So in that 50,000, me and you, we have a contract, maybe let's say 1 year contract ukuthi okay ngizo investor 1 year ane. Then the 50 leng selling ngayo na Moeketsi ngiyayibhubhudla so snacks yabo, and now the contract mhlambe le esinayo ayakapheli yabo, maybe let's say uJune now yabo sengiyafika no kanimali yami.
Yes.
So okay, that's a good question. This is where it comes to maybe let's say you're investing for 12 months. Usually I will always opt for money market unit trust, I will explain them in the later stage. But then if maybe when I saw I cancel a police, and like so why surrender? Yes, it's in the mandate of a client, it's in the rights of a client to surrender the police. But what's going to happen to the fund administrator? They will just charge the admin fees, they will just charge the initiation fees, because it's admin work to do that, and then now you are tempering, you are cancelling within the time frame, so there's fees involved that will be charged. Remember also again there's tax involved, there's capital gains tax that is also involved in that type of investment platform, but it serves on the rights of a client. So
so in that period of 6 months imali yami like ayizange ikhule, ayizange ibe ne value or
in that period of 6 months, hence ke jwabana investment ukuthi ikhule nje. Classify an investment as a baby who doesn't know anything, a baby who doesn't know anything. The first stage we tuta the crawling, I tuto Emma after Hasa, understand? Key investment. You can't say you are putting money today in 6 months or but I'm cheating. 6 months.
Because that's amazing. Take me like I want to bazazi, because I can invest in manjo homunyu at nya invest and 6 months I want like 6 months or 7 months or 8 months now. Maybe my lamb like you say cool.
Yes,
like
that is
enjoy the gains.
Yes, you can enjoy the gains. We call it partly withdrawal. When on the partly withdrawal, you are saying how much can I withdraw or how much can I take from my investments, then the figures will be determined by the actuaries to say the portfolio of an investment, it always has the surrender value, it always has the partly withdrawal. Lezo bolega ukuthi okay right bafite nginga 6,000 nyana ngifuna value 1 to 3 endlini ngithola. So you can lodge that claim, and then we will check your portfolio and say okay right, the money that you can take Mr. or Miss Client is XXX, whereas you are still continuing with your investment but ubatla huja the interest yes, so it's possible that one we call it partly withdrawal.
Partly withdrawals, man. I mean, Mr. Noosi is here with fire, because with you being a financial advisor, I just want you ask this personal question. So you are working and then you see this person squandering money because of your profession. do you approach the person to say, hey, my man, I think I have better ways for you to spend that money, or you wait for people to come to you?
It applies both. But then in our line of business as brokers, we don't usually wait for clients to come to us. It's not easy for Mr. Clients to come to you. You get an example. Mapitla professional, and stuff. Financial advisor. So I was for example, 10,000, 20,000 allocation utomamela financial advisor so that in so fedi hochela very in a nutshell we wait for the clients to come to us through our call center number out there, our social media platforms. The information is on Google, and then we can also go to the client. You understand? Our call center consultants or agent, they call is outbound. They call clients to give advice. You know, at the end of the day, it's in the client's interest to agree or not. So it applies both. We receive the client calls and then advise, or we go to Mr. or Miss Client based on referral. Maybe let's say Mr. Maimane got a huge project that he wants us to go to present to. You know, he calls Morai Capital, then our financial advisors will go there and present the clients to the client. It's a referral, you know. It means we are going to the clients to advise the client. Then whether the client says yes or no, but we have done our work. We don't charge clients on financial advice. We don't charge. We only charge clients once they take products with us. That's when financial advisor fees may apply.
Laya konka.
What's our shell of our well, konka. Most of the time, but then the karata was la conga. If you get an opportunity, I la conga. Be I but fit my congas. Benyu Guncha, Gantola, Benyu guys.
So, Kabang, spelling Sative, Mr. Morai, with Sagada.
Angara, Taba fit to feature conga, but then Uchalavar. Can I lay about 10 years experience as a financial advisor? I'm fun how easy, especially Mutwatsu renew Tachi all Tachi never challenge next as renew.
Onka,
Tachi can to 20 man, how lum cheetah. She done 20 months for I sang but I'm citizens in Pisces. Yeah, Jack. Sure, I go see the six shacks, body kicking Bobo, six shapo, Roberto Putin. Shop and taking the no, but I'm going to see this in Pisces. So when I go feel like a financial advisor when I'm young.
So indeed, it's a fun good Malia. All right, I'm saying, not the sister, but then, yeah, as in looking is a fundile, too much fundile. I want to imagine the 10 round and for the shop. Next to test for Abandabatini, you know, as in. I'm going to contact maybe for an advice, something like that. Like, can you give us some
contact details?
Some social platforms.
Okay. Go Facebook, but to search Morai Capital Solutions, and then the product is on the mo kaufela akona product way to lapo Facebook page Morai Capital Solutions. And then if maybe we need a financial planning, just to WhatsApp our call center number on 081 0116159 or send an email info@moraicapital.co.za. and remember, Morai Capital Solutions is an authorized financial services provider. Abasebenzi abeimali abavumelekile emthethweni basebenzi badichelete badumeletsweng semolao.
That's all.
That's mina bonga camera like just to say something to our viewers to our
you. It's convincing. I'm convinced. I'm convinced, man.
We are moving up in Tehazin Pila. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
To come move. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
My money.
Hey, mfethu.
Just invest in making like
Mfethu, you know, I mean, I would really advise you must write a book, man. You know, because umtoso is like, okay, if they can make you understand, you know, in your own language, you know, they can go to a certain extent when you get to read their work, you know, you would be someone who's interested kuma investments. You know, it's a new year, you know. Nami, I'm actually advising people to go out, you know, to invest. You know, I mean, it's January to December. You have this 12 months, you know, right now. You have many, you know, days to make your decisions. I mean, 2019, I came across this book, Wisdom. You know, it spoke about investment.
Correct.
You know, if you don't invest in right places, you know, I mean, something bad is going to happen.
Correct.
Like in Jalo when I'm okay, like even like Nama wasn't interested to listen to this. Eating at foot being interested, like being I understand, you know, like seven zaganjani, but then today now I understand more about investor. I feel to thank you very much for everyone who was joining us today on our show. We come along in and every Thursday 2 p.m. Hambala Payana no Moeketsi Maimane. We were joined today about Noosi Morai. We were talking about the importance of investment. Join me for Kasi Lifestyle Radio Show. Aziye Gada. Ngivala kanjalo ngazi ngivala ngani Rafiki Redeems but kuyoze kuse baphethe lapha yana umduva the MC nonkulu sings but kuyoze kuse makuse siloko sibhizi invest yeah masivuka sinvesting dala sinvesting kuze kuse
I mean now investor masothola ama gains wakhe is like kuze kuse nkosi yami
Simple make
kunjani makunje engithi makhi kunjani makuso engithi jaba kuze kuze makhelwane gcina biza bokho engithi jaba kuze makhelwane gcina biza bokho engithi makhi kunjani makunje engithi makhi kunjani makuso engithi makhi kunjani makunje engithi makhi kunjani makuso